This is John T for the Boxing Voice, chatting to Martin Bowers and Ray Bull. How are you, gents?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Yeah, really good, thank you. Right, I'll start off with you if that's all right, Martin, because the date is here at last, November the 28th. Big Daniel Dubois out against Joe Joyce. Are we all happy that we've got a date?
We're over the moon.
Yeah, and I've just been watching him sparring. He looked like he got a good 10-12 rounds in there. Yeah. How's he looking?
Yeah, it'll be on point by the time we get there. I mean, there's things to work on, things we're talking about, but yeah, he's looking good. He's nice and fit and healthy, and he's in a nice place.
Excellent. What are your thoughts that it's not on box office pay-per-view, because it was meant to be initially?
I think it's fantastic for the fans, and I think it's good for both Dan and Joe. Give them maximum exposure, and I think Frank's done a really good thing along with BT and Queensbury. I think it's a great move.
Excellent, more exposure, definitely. But staying in the heavyweight division, what are your thoughts on Wilder and Fury? Well, it sounds like Wilder, well, it looks like you don't want the fight and that Fury's going to have to go somewhere else. What are your thoughts there?
To be fair, I don't want to sound rude, I've not really had a lot of thoughts about it. I mean, if it happens, it's one thing. If it happens, it happens. But to be fair, we've just been focusing on Dan, and we've got enough going on here at the gym. Listen, we all want to see Tyson fight. To me, I don't care who Tyson fights, as long as he fights someone I'm a fan, I'll be happy. If that fight happens, then we're good.
Yeah, well, look, let's see Tyson, if he does come out. I think 5th of December is the date they're looking at. If he comes through that and AJ comes through against Pulev on the 12th.
Happy days.
Yeah, and a lot of people are looking to that for next year. So should that happen, obviously the big fight, the undisputed one that everyone wants to see, who do you have winning that out of Joshua and Fury?
As I've said before, no disrespect to Joshua, but Tyson's my man. I think he's doing everything right at the moment. I think he's on point. So there's only one winner I can see there.
Yeah, and if that does happen, what do you think with the WBO mandatory? Because that will be after that fight. It's meant to be. They might have to vacate that because that's Usyk at the moment. Do you think that will happen?
Again, it's lots of ifs, buts, and maybes. I mean, this is boxing; anything can happen. So we'll just wait and see.
Good stuff. Right, I'm going to move over to Ray if that's all right.
Yeah,
good to see you, Ray.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I'm really excited on this one. Look, Denzel's now going to be out the 3rd time in lockdown. I've just interviewed him. He said, I'm the most active fighter going, which has got to be true. He must be chuffed that he's back out so quickly.
Yeah. It's, good turnaround for him, and he's learning all the time. You know what I mean? He's learning on the job, so it's another good fight for him.
What did you think of the last fight? I haven't seen you since. Obviously, it was a draw. It's divided opinion. I think that's maybe why we've got him back out so quick in the rematch, which is a good thing. But you obviously had him winning.
Yeah. I thought, like I said in another interview, I didn't watch the fight straight away. I left it for a couple of weeks, let the dust settle. And when I watched it again, I thought, it was more clear than anything to us, But at the end of the day, 3 judges scored it the same, and you can't argue with the judges. They've scored it a draw, so we go again, and so it's a good fight like it was the last one.
Yeah, it was a great fight. I can't wait for the rematch. What did you learn, Ray, that night?
Well, we learned a few things. I ain't gonna go right into them, but we've learned a few things what we should do and we shouldn't do, and we're working on that. And if he gets it right, I think we've got a good chance of winning. And that's that's, if he turns up that way, then we've got a good chance of winning. They'll be working on things where what they see, and we're working on things with what we see. So it's just going to be a taking, isn't it, for any fighter?
Saw an interview the other day with Frank Warren, and Frank said he hopes to try and make it for the British title, which obviously Liam Williams holds at the moment. Is that a rumour? Do we know any more?
Well, we leave that as a rumour. I mean, we're just getting ready to fight.
Really, we were supposed to box for a title in the last fight. And not being funny, if it is for an international title, it needs some kind of title slung on it. You know what I mean? You can't ask 2 boys like that. Out the top 10 in Britain. There's not many guys who fight the top 10 in Britain or the top 5 and ask them to get in there for nothing. You know what I mean? And then
something has to be on the line.
Something's got to be on the line.
What I found interesting is that Demetrius Andrade, and I think Liam Williams is mandatory for his belt. He's just announced a fight, Matchroom USA, I think he fights for, and Eddie's just announced someone else. So I don't know whether that means that Liam Williams will vacate the belt, because if he's not going to get that fight, that's my only concern there. Any thoughts on that?
Well,
we're ready for a fight and let politicians do their work.
You know, we're trying.
As Ray said, we both think, and Denzel, and I'm sure large people think the same, that there should be something on the line there. And as you said, it was a great fight, so they deserve to be fighting for a title of some description. But look, as I just said, we'll leave that to the politicians, and we'll do our job, and we'll focus on the night. We know we're going to fight, and it's going to be a very tough fight.
But they deserve something to have. They deserve some kind of strap to be put on the table for to go and ask two boys just to turn up and have a boxing match, a ding dong. It's not. No. You know what I mean? Not two top 5 fighters in the country. You know, for nothing. You know.
That sounds good to me. It sounds like there might be a British title coming out.
No, listen, we were supposed to fight for the European, IBF European. That was why the fight was made in the first place. That fell out of bed right on the night, near enough the night of the fight, the day of the fight, weren't it? You know what I mean? And give them two boys their due. They went, oh, right, we're here, we're gonna fight. Didn't let the promoter down, didn't let BT down. So now,
nor British fans. I think everyone enjoyed the fight. So I think if it goes,
when you can't ask them two boys to do that again without slinging something in the middle. You know, that's
the name of the game. They want to go forward.
Yeah, you know what I mean. There's, you know, Mark. He's looking. He thinks he's world level. If he's saying that if he beats Denzel, he's world level. You know, and so do you think he's going to get in there for nothing? I don't think he's going to get in there for nothing.
I don't think they deserve to. I think it deserves to have something on the line for someone to come away with more than just a purse. But no disrespect, we know they fight for their purse, but you know, the belt's with you forever, or a title you can never spend. So they really deserve something like that.
See, the thing is, you just said something there, right? He's been overlooked for the world title shot, Liam, right? He wants to win that British title outright. So, you know, he's going to hold on to that title in my eyes. Don't you know what I mean? If that's what he said in the last fight, isn't it?
Listen, again, we'll leave that to the politicians. We'll just get ready and we'll be ready to fight. I mean, and please God, it's a title, and it's a worthy title, because they're two really top draw fighters. They give a good account of themselves, and they show what British boxing is. They shook hands after, and it was no bad nastiness. It was just a real professional performance by both sides, and we're looking forward to that again. You know what I mean? So
that's what we want again, because at the end of the day, boxing wins if everybody behaves themselves and conducts themselves right.
Did a bit of interference there? Someone's singing. That's Tony. Did you? Going back to the actual fight, so Denzel, I know you're trying to work the wrongs that didn't work in the last fight. Do you think Mark can do anything different, Ray?
That's for them to sort out.
I'm not going to get in a slagging match with that. We're not that way inclined. You know what I mean? He's a good fighter. He's a strong boy. You know, and he's got a great engine on him. And he's got a good corner. They've done work well with him. And we respect everything about the boy. We won't take him lightly, and hopefully they don't take us lightly.
Yeah, cool.
Or hopefully they do.
Yeah. Is it a headline fight? Is it the main fight? Because
we don't know all the politics yet. That's like I said. Look,
there's nothing else to announce.
To be fair, we don't. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. We'll leave that to them. Yeah.
Nick another one up here.
That's all right. Don't worry. I'm sure Frank, Queensbury, and BT would like to see a title on the line there after the performance that two boys give. Let's not keep giving him a G. I think it was a really good competitive fight, which people, you know, in these conditions want to see good sport.
And the other thing is, you know, at the end of the day, you want to see quality fights, and that was a quality fight, and you can't ask for no more than that, you know, for the two boys.
Excellent. Yeah. You got two nights. You've got the 14th of November and the 28th. Denzel's on one, Daniel's on another. Just before I let you go, hopefully we'll see Chris Bourke defending his Southern Area title.
We're not sure yet what Chris is going to be fighting for either. We're still up in the air on that. Again, we don't fret over anything like that. We just get ready for the date, and we know we've got a 10 rounder coming. So that's all good for Chris, and we're hoping we get Louis a 10 rounder or not. So
was
it's
my
all
next
up in
one.
the air at the moment. But look, we're not holding anything back. It's just that we haven't had
We
anything
don't know
confirmed.
nothing ourselves at the moment.
Yeah.
One way or another, they will be boxing for something. So, but for what, we don't know at the moment.
Excellent. Well, I'm not sure you need luck, but good luck in both nights. A
always
couple of
need
big
luck.
cards
Everybody
coming up.
needs
Thanks
a
for
bit of
having
luck.
us.
Especially in sport.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.